Greetings. This is Brian Matthew Robertson. I'm excited to say to everyone that we are approaching 2018. This is a great new year we're going to look to have. I'm already expecting that. With that comes change, right? With the new year comes New Year's resolutions. I had to drop this video and share because so many people do the New Year's resolutions incorrectly. We set goals or outcomes we desire incorrectly. And from there, we never find ourselves getting results. We never get those outcomes we desire. Let me share this, okay? And I'll be quick. We as individuals on this earth realize that we have to realize this, that everything progresses. And I think that once you realize that everything progresses, change is inevitable. We have to change. Now, the question is, are we going to change for good or change for the worse? We have natural change, right? Which are things like we naturally get older. We're going to naturally grow. Everything's on earth does that, right? It lives, it develops, and then one day it dies. But what about the intentional change? Change that requires intentional effort, right? That requires energy and to put in motion, to put things in motion of the desires you want. That requires a little bit more work. So in most of our New Year's resolutions are not just, I want to get older, right? Our New Year's resolutions require work. They're usually something intentional. So let's talk about what that requires. First, you need to create categories within what you want to change, right? The categories as far as your goals. Social, emotional, it could be personal, finance, health. These are all categories that people have. You need to identify what's applicable to you, right? From there, I would say 3 to 5 categories. From there, here's the 3 steps I want to share. Develop that why. You got to have a why, have an emotional connection to your goal that's going to fuel you when you start to lose interest, lose that enthusiasm, right? When you start to lose that zest to that goal, you need something that's going to help push it. And that emotional connection does that. A lot of times I make my goal bigger than me. I make it connected to my family or my son, my wife, whatever it's needed, because it's going to be bigger than me. So I can fail myself, but I can't fail them, right? So that's why my goal is going to really push me to achieve whatever it may be. My second step would be give yourself the outcome. What's the outcome that you want from that? After you develop that why, what's the outcome that you want as far as that goal? So that would kind of be like laying out what is the actual goal. All right. I want to be able to give charitable donations or X amount of dollars to charities within a year. Whatever it is, make it outcome and be detailed about it, right? Now, from that, which is step 2, is being detailed and creating your outcome, which you can either, do a vision board for, or you can write it down. I always truly believe to just say it is not enough. You can say it, create the affirmation, but you want to write it down, and you also want to have a picture of it because that embeds in the subconscious. That is something that you have to attain. And the law of attraction is real, right? The third final step, right, would be actually going and making and extracting the details to obtain that goal. Extracting those details. So it could be, and that would be your more, bullet point type of what is required to obtain those goals. Once you get that, you're good to go, right? And it just depends on what it is. Give yourself a number. Give yourself a specific number. It may be if it's something like for health. If I want to lose so X amount of pounds, for the new year. Well, give yourself a number because you can lose a pound or 2. And did you meet your goal? Well, yeah. But then you can gain 5 or 10 pounds a week later. Well, did you meet your goal? Well, you met it. But were you successful with sustaining that goal? No, you weren't. So that's why you want to be detailed with what it is, okay? So your number 1 is why. Develop your why, which is your emotional connection, right? Your number 2 is give yourself your outcome. What is it that you desire, right? And number 3 is to extract the details to obtain that and be detailed with it, okay? You want to be detailed with the details that you get from your goal or your outcome that you desire, all right? So for 2018, we want to do our goals right because we want to get success. And, I always share what's rewarded is replicated. So once you start to find the ripple effect of getting the success of your goals, you're going to find yourself attracting more goals and actually getting the hang of it. And then you can start adding more categories. You can start adding more details, more outcomes to your goals, and you'll find yourself achieving it. Okay, it's something really simple, but we overcomplex it. So I wanted to simplify it. 2018 is going to be a great year. I just had to share it with you all. Please check me out on Instagram, which is Eduvention on Instagram, and also on Twitter, it's Brian Eduvention on Twitter, and then my Facebook is Eduvention Mentoring and Consulting, right? So please check us out. I did release my recent book, which is the 7 tips on how to raise a leader. So that's why you probably haven't seen too many videos of me recently, because I've just been grinding and working, but I plan to get back, right? I plan to make some more videos. So I look forward to reaching you all. And if you want to contact me, you also check out my website at www.eduvention.net. I wish everyone a great 2018. I will be checking with you all soon. Love you. Talk to you later. Bye.